Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Legos, tasers, and guitars, I think is what we're going to be calling this one. You are in for a treat. Couple of interesting people did some interesting things this week. Or actually, I think it was technically last week, but I am learning about it this week. So the first one is a dude here by the name of Bold and Brash Crafts. Go feel free to check out his channel. Built a Marshall cabinet out of Legos. Or, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a Marshall cabinet per se. He ordered some Marshall parts. Used the typical plywood, got the Marshall logo on there, plus the Lego logo, and you can see the entire perimeter of the cabinet here is made out of Legos. He did have to make a wooden frame. We'll go back through the video. And there's also a sound comparison. See, there was a nice little backing here. Yeah, there's the back of the cab. Just kind of, he put it in like a randomizer, so the colors were just completely random. As you can see, that is a true Marshall backplate, so I guess we'll call it a Marshall Lego cab. He's got some Celestion speakers in there. Had to do a little bit of custom paint. He designed the logo himself. I mean, this guy, like, talking hundreds of hours of work in this thing. Easy. Wired it up himself. He did have to use glue. Unfortunately, with Legos, I don't use glue, ever. It's Celestion. It looks like it's a G10 speaker. He's got 4 of them in there. So those themselves are, I think they're like around at least $100 a piece, or you're talking $400. Let's actually see. We can actually Google Celestion V10. Oh, there's different versions. V10. Yeah, about $100 a pop. So unless you got a good deal on them, you're talking $400 just in the speakers there, and not including the Legos, which you had to go to a specific website to order all these specific parts. Took him over a month to make this video. There's the frame inside. It is a wooden frame to hold up the Lego construction. Legos being this thin, I can definitely see them being a little weak, so it makes sense. He even has the handles on the side. Let's see if he shows it. That's him cutting it up. That's him kind of building it. Let's see, at some point he puts on handles. Oh, I think we passed it. Yeah, there you go. There's a nice side profile of the handle. And this was just really cool. I liked Legos. I loved them growing up. I build one maybe like once a year. I'll get one like Christmas or something. But it's pretty neat how he just was like, all right, let's make a guitar cabinet out of Legos. Blur's Art, I think it's Blur's Art. I think I know one of those guys made a, I think it was a base out of Legos. So let's pair them. Now we need a head, because this is just a cabinet. This is not a head. So the next thing on this guy's list, I would suggest, is let's get we can use the same carving head. I mean, they're a nice amp. Just make the enclosure out of Legos to match the cabinet. I think that would be pretty neat. Or make a Marshall head to go along with it or something. The only thing I'd be worried about is there's going to be a lot of heat. Coming off those tubes if he's doing a tube amp or something, so that might be something where you want to do a solid state as opposed to a tube, just to cut down on heat. I guess if you have a wooden frame inside, I wouldn't really be touching them anyway. The next crazy thing we got is this guy's name is Lightwing. Show him some love too. A couple of people you need to show some love this week. And this guy is crazy. He made a guitar that works with the new Rocksmith, and it tases you every time you hit a wrong note. Why? Why? This is like some sweatshop stuff where you miss a stitch and they whip you in the back or something ridiculous. This is the extreme level of learning how to play guitar, and he does. He gets zapped. Let's see if we can find a spot where he's actually getting zapped. Yep, right there. Yeah, he just swore. There you go. There's the one F-bomb for the video that I'm allowed, I guess. Initially, when he did it, he had headphones in, and because the headphones were laying, I'm going to pause it. It's kind of hard to see. He has headphones that are laying on the wires of the guitar, the strings rather of the guitar, and the electric shock actually went up through the headphones, through his neck and down his arm to ground it, and he actually got like, I mean, you're getting electrocuted. It's a taser. He got electrocuted through his ears, down his neck. He's lucky. I mean, for the most part, a taser can't do permanent damage as long as you don't have underlying health conditions or like heart problems. But I myself have been on the end of a taser. You know, one of my buddies got like a cheap one online, and everyone's like, "Oh, let me see how bad it is," and then you zap yourself, and yeah, it hurts. Something you do when you're being dumb around your friends. But that is the second crazy thing. I would definitely more crazy. I'd say the Lego one is really cool. This guy is crazy and a bad man, but I mean, it's kind of interesting at the same time. We saw that guy that, you know, previously made a guitar out of his dead uncle's body. So I guess a taser shouldn't surprise me at this point in time. The third thing we're talking about is going to be something a little less crazy, but still equally awesome. Malcolm Young. With a limited edition Red Beast signature jet based on the. So this is like before the obviously we've seen it without any paint on it, with one pickup all stripped down. This is before all of that happened. So this is what it looks like, kind of like midlife, with the third pickup in there before he went and tore it apart. Let's see, Firebird red finish and gold hardware. Back in June, Gretsch revealed signatures to honor AC/DC's late co-founder, rhythm electric guitarist titan Malcolm Young. Now we have, including It's a Long Way to the Top, before stripping it out, embarking on its mood journey. So, I mean, he played it more in the early days. This is kind of what it looked like in the early days, if you're interested in it. Pretty cool. I mean, I feel like that middle pickup kind of stands out because you expect all three pickups to be the same. All new G6131G MYRB Beast. That's a heck of a mouthful. It's a limited edition recreation. 12-inch radius, 22 frets, U profile, mahogany set neck. Let's see if we got any other. Got some Schaller die-cast tuners. Let's see here. We got a price. Oof, that's a little pricey. $3,399. Looks like it's got a 60s jet Vibrola tailpiece. So, I guess this is a Vibrola. I could have sworn his was a hardtail. Maybe it was when he modified it. But yeah, that does look like some sort of interesting Vibrola unit. Let's go ahead and go to Gretsch's website real quick to check this bad boy out. No, get out of here. You're not getting my email. Ooh, that is pretty. That is a pretty guitar. Is it? I mean, can't you just buy this model regularly, like without having to? It's made in Japan. Japan makes some good stuff. Without having, and I guess you get the truss rod cover too, and then modify it yourself for significantly cheaper. Is that an option? Probably. Let's see here. We got some specs, plus size fret shades, privileged. Inlays. I want to know harmonica style, adjustomatic bridge. What are the pickups? Is what I think we all want to know. Or at least what I want to know is what are the pickups in this thing. 2-inch double cutaway, harmonica style, available in age vintage. Here we are. Specs. Neck construction, mahogany, semi-gloss lacquer, standard U. Ebony board, that's a nice. Jumbo, bone nut, that's also nice as well. General body, solid body, double, semi-gloss jet. Mahogany with arched maple top. Okay, so Gibson. It is chambered as well. Let's see, nut width, side, headstock binding. Hardware, let's see, electronics. Here we are, TV Jones. Actually, they're all TV Jones. So TV Jones, Ray Butts, full fidelity in your neck and bridge. And then we get a Starward humbucker for the middle pickup. What he had in that middle pickup, I have no idea. My guess is this is something that probably looks and sounds similar to what he initially put in, because that's definitely, he put in some sort of aftermarket pickup. I mean, back in the day, it wouldn't surprise me if that was a Gibson pickup, because, I mean, I think like the Marzio was really the only one that was doing anything back then. So, pickup SWAT. There weren't as many pickup companies as there is currently. But still, pretty cool guitar. A little rich for my blood. I do love me some AC/DC, but yeah, a little rough. little rough. I think I would rather just see if I could find a guitar, the same guitar that doesn't have his name attached to it, and probably pay like $2,000 less or however much. Let's see if we can just like Google search that and hope something terrible doesn't come up. It's the same thing. It's not going to show. I guess it's its own specific model. But yeah, I mean, that's where you have it. You have Legos this week. You have a guy building a guitar that tases him, and you have another Malcolm Young Gretsch Signature Edition. So there you have it. That's where we're going to end it. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe. Get me to 1,000 subscribers. I'll do some sort of giveaway. Like, comment. Let me know you want to see for future guitar and music-related videos. Have a good one. Yet again, good night. Or good morning. Or good afternoon. I guess it depends on what time you're watching this.